What's up? Happy Saturday! What's going on? The emphasis in the building, honey. We gonna shake it up this morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday! Honey, right here, we gonna bring us in with a little bit of Ray Fox. Y'all gotta shake it up with me on this one, honey, because there's no way you cannot tell me if this right here won't get you up in the morning. Honey, this is Ray Fox, the trumpeter. This is good old house head music. Hey! This is my cut, honey. Let me hear this in the club today. Let me hear it on the street. Hey! What's going on, baby? PA, Athea, Studio, Lorraine, Miss Verna. Good Beast, what's up? Hey, Lorraine, Miss D. Natalie, what's up? I hope y'all having a good time this morning. Baby, this is my cut right here, honey. I lose my mind in my car on that for damn song. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? What's going on, everyone? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday, and I hope everybody is having a pretty decent weekend so far. I mean, here in Chicago, honey, they got, unfortunately, the what is that? Lollapalooza going on, honey. We have over 200,000 people. Supposedly all, with the V, vacate. They got the hokey pokey and everything, and they all up there at Grand Park. Girl, all together. Honey, I live in Chicago. I don't know what we're gonna end up being. Oh, we're gonna end up being a hot spot, y'all. I already see it, and we're gonna end up getting locked down because, honey, it's crazy. It is crazy how many people were in Chicago. I don't know if you've seen it over the internet, but honey, Chicago for this music festival is it's a bit much. What's going on? I know a lot of y'all done seen the pictures of it. You couldn't have paid me to be nowhere near that shit. Sorry. What's going on, Miss Shirley? What's up, Miss Fox? How you doing, girl? Anyway, y'all like the new brim? Ain't it different? It actually slants to the side. I was like, this is giving me so much the guy from Pose when he wore his hat to one of the award shows. I said, this is giving me so much him. I can't think of his name right now, but I absolutely love him inside Pose and everything. So while y'all here, honey, I finished up Tears in Heaven. I told y'all a whole damn show about nothing. Her roommate got on my nerves to the very end. Honey, after she did this boy, her roommate's boyfriend, she did that boy so bad. I was like, he actually took this hoe back. He really did the dun that your girlfriend and this man is you keep telling, go keep doing the same thing. And he literally took this heifer back. I was like, we went through all this stuff with Shondo and his feelings and wow. And eventually they got back together. You know how it goes. Cliche. Okay. Like I said, I was done. I really, after a couple of episodes of this, I was like, the last one I was looking at my phone, and the episode I was watching, I was looking at my phone. By that time, it had lost my interest. I only watched it for Shondo. This is one of those ones that if you ain't got shit else to do, go ahead, watch it. If you got other things to do, by all means, do other things. Okay, you can skip this one. And then I went back to my darling, The Devil Judge. That show's the shit, y'all. I love The Devil Judge. Y'all got to get into this. Y'all got to get into this show. It drags a little bit, and one character gets on your fucking nerves, and that's because he keeps on second guessing our judge with his fine ass. But you understand, he keeps just second guessing our guy. And it makes me want to go through my TV and grab and choke the shit out of him. Clearly, the judge has a backstory, and his backstory is way more interesting than your ability to, you know what I'm saying, to distrust somebody. Because the teacher that you had said so. Okay? And strangely enough, what's going on, Adrene? I ain't seen you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say this show is giving me a little bit. It makes me question whether or not if I'm a nice person or I'm actually a mean person underneath, because this man has gathered together a team of people that work for him that honestly have had bad situations happen to them, and they're doing good by helping other people who are getting abused by the system, and they're using their abilities to help others. And I feel like, to me, it's lovely. And I don't care him being secretive, because he has his reasons why he's doing whatever he's doing. And as we watch, we're going to see it. And like I said, he keeps you on this edge of, I don't know if he's a good guy, I don't know if he's a bad guy, I don't know if he's a good guy, I don't know if he's a bad guy. And I kind of like that, because it actually keeps you as the viewer engaged. But I got a funny feeling he's an all in all good guy with a couple of things that may be questionable that he's doing. Okay, I'm not going to give him a complete pass just yet. But honey, they got one character on here. This chick is a trip. She is the judge's equal in crazy, but in a female way. I think she liked him at one point as children. He did not dig her at all. She didn't quite seem to get the message. And then she would do like way out shit. Like he said, if you like me so much, jump out the window. Hey, the bitch jumped out the window. Yeah, you leave that alone. You don't kiss that. You don't hug that. You don't even pat that on the back. That bitch is nuts. You understand what I'm saying? She is crazy and don't have a problem killing you. Especially when she found out you're about to double cross her, she don't have a problem killing you. So at this point, he got him a good nemesis. I'll say that. She is, you know what gets on my nerves about her is that she's a pretty lady. Them doe eyes are getting on my nerves though. I don't know if you watching this, but every time her little face gets on the screen, I just want to chuck this bitch. I don't like you. I don't like you or your eyes. These sad puppy dog eyes, knowing she is the most deadliest bitch you ever want to meet. It's just something about her. She is doing very good with the acting. The acting is very convincing. If you can get me not to like you, the acting is very convincing. I did not like her from the first time she stepped on screen, because I knew something was up with this chick. Okay? So this is definitely a good drama. I'm loving it so far. I don't want to give none of this away. This is like another Vincenzo. This is like another what is it? What is that? Mr. Queen. I just can't give it away. You gotta watch this because it is really, really good. You understand? Another one that I have that a subscriber asked me to watch was Signal. Now I'm gonna give my honest opinion about Signal. Signal is a drama about a officer that's in the current time that we're in, and another time that another officer is inside in 1986 or in the 80s, and they're trying to stop a murder. In our time, this is a cold case, and the murders have happened already. And in 86, the murders are actually happening. This particular young guy that's an officer, he ends up finding this walkie-talkie that turned on without no batteries or nothing. And there's another officer telling him certain things, and they're both relaying information back and forth. And what ends up happening is that this particular man that's in another time is going back and forth saying we can change time. So I don't know if he fell into a loop or something like that, but what's happening is that they're solving crimes that happened in cold cases long ago in our time now. And by this particular young man being able to talk to somebody in 1986, he's also heading off cases where people are actually living, they're having children and things like that would have never happened if these two had not met. Now, you got a police department in this particular drama that does not listen to people. And that's pretty much how most police are, most dramas are not dramas, but real life. Police don't really listen to people when they're talking to them. So they tend to miss out on a lot of different clues, which tends to get on people like attorneys fucking nerves. Because when we say, did you tell this to the police? And they say, no, why didn't you? Well, I was trying to tell them and they wouldn't listen. They said that wasn't relevant. They just skipped over me. And this person would have literally been the thing that would have changed the entire case. In this specific drama, this young guy that it's been on his heart ever since he was a child. He was one of the last people to see a little girl before she got abducted and eventually even killed at school. And she was a little girl that kept smiling at him, kept trying to be nice. He was being timid and a little shy and silly, and he did not accept her advances or whatever. Well, you know, the day that she ended up getting abducted, it was raining. He had an umbrella. She was looking at him like, you know, would you mind sharing it? Of course, he takes his umbrella, puts it behind his back like, nah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And walks off. Meanwhile, she ends up getting abducted. And he felt this way for a long time, went into law enforcement because he felt like he made a mistake. Now, mind you, this little boy did try after so many days, because he's a child, and I understood that, to tell the police she was not abducted by a man. She was actually abducted by a woman. And this woman laid low until the statute of limitations was damn near up. Okay, and because of this particular walkie-talkie and talking to an officer in the 80s, they were able to apprehend her, you know, and things like that. But they had a law that the statute of limitations will run out on a murder. And I mean, they literally went up to the last minute trying to get this woman to confess. And this bitch was stone hard, cold, straight demon. Like, it's 12 o'clock. I can't get charged with that murder. But they ended up charging her with another murder, but not the murder of the child. And you felt bad for the parents. So at the end of the day, I looked at this situation and I said to myself, this is going to be one of those dramas that every episode they kind of solve different cases, but some cases are all going to end up coming together as one at one point to be able to solve unfinished situations with a few of the characters. To me, this drama was kind of cliche. I'll be honest with you. It's a good one if you like that, but I've seen that dynamic before inside of other dramas. I'm not sure how well it's going to end, if it's going to be a twist or anything like that, but I'm hoping that it does change. What's up, Brenda? How you doing over there, my dear? I hope everything is doing well with you over there in Germany. Honey, I know y'all going through it over there with all those floods, and I hope everything is really well. I'm keeping you, my dear, in my prayers, because I know y'all going through some stuff. And everybody that's everywhere, that's in these different states that are getting flooded, or you getting cooked like a damn piece of chicken with this heat, honey, stay prayed up. Y'all stay cool. Do what you can to be okay. You know what I'm saying? I know that it is really trying for a lot of people right now. But as far as that drama was concerned, it was okay. It's kind of losing me because, one, I caught myself screaming at the guy. Like, you know, it's some strange, unusual, out of this world shit happening, yet you still questioning this, even though you've seen this situation pretty much fix itself. I don't understand why you questioning at this point. You know what I'm saying? It was probably like, would you please answer the damn walkie-talkie? You know, time is running out. It's crazy here. you said, oh, it's hot in Texas. It usually is hot in Texas, but it's a little bit hotter than normal in Texas right now. You know what? Yeah, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, you guys. I know, right? Yay! I am really happy because YouTube played me. I would have been at 1,000 subscribers if YouTube did take away some of my subbies for some strange reason. I hope they don't pull that crap again and everything. So, but anywho, what ends up happening in this, like I said, it seems to me it's going to be like the show that we watch here in America, like Cold Case. Every time they finish a case, they solve it. Every episode, they solve a case, or every 2 episodes, they solve a case. So it's kind of like, I mean, it would be something I watch if I didn't have anything else to watch. I have clicked on a song of, I think it's called Song of Youth, with our girl from Legends in it. And it's not quite grabbing me. It's a historical drama and costume drama. It's not grabbing me like that because she's supposed to be, I guess, a person that plays something like a Chinese guitar, and she wants to be something. And as you can see, it ain't grabbing me. Moving right along. I don't. I'm just not finding a lot of very gripping stories right now, and I think that's because we're having an issue with China with America right now. These two are in conflict right now, and they're gonna play some shady ass games because a couple of dramas I saw, they not even letting Americans watch. I was like, ain't this a bit really? How shady? You know what I'm saying? And these people are actually subscribed to these particular platforms, and it's like, because I'm in America, y'all gonna give me shade like that? That's crazy. But right now, they're doing a lot of that right now, so there's not much out here that I can say I want to see. I'm still waiting for Immortality. I'm still waiting for Eclipse Pearl. I'm still waiting for all of these ones that we've been waiting on. And right now, I think Del Reba has a new one out called You Are My Glory. I absolutely hate the fucking title of this drama, but I'm going to watch it because of her. Okay? I'm going to see what's going to happen because of her. How many of you all have been watching that? What's up, Davey? It says, have you checked out You're My Glory? I'm going to check it out. And I started to watch the Arsenal Military Academy and stuff, and it looked like it was pretty good. I just never circled my way back around it. Y'all know I like a lot of historical stuff. I'm not really into modern dramas, and the only way that I get into modern dramas is because of this, is that it's got to be something that grabs me off of the first episode. So I'm going to check out You Are My Glory. It looks like that she's kind of playing a spinoff of herself being a superstar, and more than likely going to run into a guy that she gotta, you understand, she's gonna fall in love with, and he gotta put up with her being a star and all of that bullshit that goes with it. When I saw her being herself and not an actual character, I was like, I know how this is gonna go. It's gonna kind of remind you of Nottingham. You know what I'm saying? The Hills of Nottingham or something like that, where you had Hugh Jackman, and I can't think of the girl that played in Pretty Woman, that she was a star and he was just a regular Joe, and they end up, having a relationship, and there's a lot of stuff that you have to put up with when you're a person that is inside the entertainment area. And that kind of brings me back to Tears of Heaven when Sean Doe was trying to help our lead actress, and he wanted her to go to a party, and this heifer wanted to come there. He bought her a dress for her to put on. He is the CEO of a company. You can't come in there dressed like your ass just stopped off in Salvation Army. This heifer set up here. He bought her a dress. She's like, I'm just not comfortable. I don't give a fuck if you're comfortable or not. You're going with a CEO of a company. You just can't come up there looking like you just picked your ass up off the latest street. You understand? But this heifer walked into a party with jeans, hoes, and a goddamn trench coat. I'm like, girl, what? I just didn't understand that in the drama. There's things you have to get used to when you date people of another status. And honey, if you can't get used to it, then that maybe you might need to rethink of who you are trying to date. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it says Notting Hill is Robin Hood. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I just could not understand the psychology in that, and a lot of people do have a problem with getting used to another world. When you date somebody from another world, you're gonna have to come into their world at some point, and that shit got on my nerves in Tears in Heaven. It was just stupid. I was like, really? It says I freaked out about that the shorts in the form. Girl, come on. I was like, are you serious? I mean, I'm sorry. Why is our female leads don't have any sense? Like, you ain't got no home training. Your mama didn't tell you when you go someplace, like right now, I'm dressed to go out at night. I'm not going to wear this in the fucking daytime outside, okay? Nor am I going to wear this to church, okay? But if I went to church, you understand? I haven't been to church since I was 17 years old, so 9 times out of 10, with my ass today, somebody say, hey, you want to go to my church? I'm going to wear this just to sit up there. Everybody sit up there like, what is that? Just like, is that a whip sitting there or what? But I don't go to church. But that's just like if I did go to church, me wearing a mini skirt with my boobs hanging out. That's not something that you do. And it's like I just didn't understand these girls' lack of understanding where you are, who you're with, and why that doesn't work for you. Why this won't work. It's just a lot of stuff like that that are in these dramas that are getting on my nerves as of late. But I'm noticing a lot of these, the teeny bopper type things I'm not interested in. I'm not into that type of stuff, so I'm not gonna watch them. You understand? But I did, like I said, click on Song of Youth, and it looks like it's gonna be okay. It's got some funny parts in it, but it says The Clown Count will be streamed on Netflix on August 10th. I've watched that. I know it's good. Denise, y'all gotta understand. The Chinese drama addict did not name herself this shit because she just wanted to name some shit. I have watched majority of a lot of things that y'all have seen already. I just have not spoken on them because there's so many that I watched before I even created this channel. You understand? So it's like some of them I'll tell you, I'll check it out, and I will check them out. It's just like this one. What is this one I was watching that's kind of metaphysical? It's got a God in it. It's called My Roommate is a Gumho or something. A gummio. I don't know if I pronounce this shit right or not, but it's called My Roommate is a Gummio. Now on Viki it's rated at 9.8. I don't know why. Lets me know that you can't really you can't really go on their ratings unless it's getting a slow start. But I was literally on episode maybe 10, and I'm sitting here like, this is nowhere near how Nine Tails was. Nine Tails was cute. Super cute. It had our boy, Mr. Lee Dong-wook in it, and he was giving the sexiness of a Scorpio. I don't know what this guy is giving. He's giving me confused. He's giving me, I don't understand my position as being somewhat of something like a god. You understand what I mean? I'm like, if it's that crazy, then make this chick a gummy, a gumho, or whatever you call yourself. Okay? It's basically a fox with three tails. He's got to get this last bead so he can become a human. All of the gummies wants to be what I'm gonna call them gummies. Gumho. All the gummos want to become a human because they've been alive for 1,000 years and they want to become a human. But in order to become a human, they got to steal certain, I guess it's like love. They make a person fall in love with them and steal that essence from them. And at that point, you know what I'm saying? After so many of those that they collect, then they can become human and have a human experience. And granted, I can sympathize with this particular creature's problem because after so long of living, it's like, what have you not seen? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you're living 1,000 years while everybody else lives these short lifespans of 60, 70, 80 years old, and they die. And you are the only one not aging. You're watching all the people that you get close to die. So after a while, you do become lonely. You do become somewhat of a extrovert, you know what I mean? An introvert. You really don't want to have relationships with outside people. And then when you have a situation where this particular girl, her and her drunk friend were walking down the street, and her drunk friend jumped on this man's porch. And he's just laying on it, and she's like, she looked at the brand car. She's like, we can't afford to scratch this bad boy up at all. And she tries to help him off, and by trying to help him, she almost falls. The gummio grabs her. She hits his chest in a certain type of way and pops his bead up out of his body, and she takes it in. So he has to be able to bring her close because there's certain people that, evil spirits that will try to get her bead. Now, the trick to him is that if he doesn't get this bead back, it can kill her. And if he does not get his bead that will make him human, he will turn into an evil spirit. So he has a serious quandary going on. And to be honest with you, it's a deep story when you love somebody. You know what I'm saying? He is falling in love with this girl. This girl's falling in love with him. But he also has guardians telling him, you need to understand that there is rules that we go by. You understand? You can't, humans are human. We're supposed to need to be with humans for a reason. And gummies need to be with gummies for a reason. And the two can't come together unless you make the crossover to them. And he's having an issue with that. Not only is that happening, them trying to work it out where they can still, he can go get the the bead or whatever. For some reason, his bead turned blue inside of her stomach, but when he took it out, it was red. So I really feel like she has an extra bead in this that he will be able to get at some point. But in this particular story, I feel like it's kind of unfair because there's this guy that liked her, but he made a bet. He was a jerk, bad boy, made a jerk that he made a bet that he could date her, and he kept trying to date her. And she's like, I understand this skilo right here. This ain't even gonna happen, bro. And before it was over, he really started to like her. And when he got found out that he was basically using her as a joke, you know what I'm saying, his chances of liking her were over with. And strangely enough, that's usually how it works. Now, the guardian that's watching this whole situation and trying to keep everybody in line, the gummy and the girl, he turns around and puts one of those red love ties on her and the bad boy. And honey, you know our gummy, he's pretty laid back, but don't you ruffle his little fucking tail, baby. He would knock your ass into a wall somewhere. And he is very calm and very easy, but I think he's been away from people so long, he doesn't understand how to communicate clearly to everybody. So it's an interesting little drama. I was watching it. It kept me interested because I like fantasy, but that's one to catch. But so far, I am disagreeing with Vicky's rating on it because it is nothing. And I mean, absolutely comes nowhere close at all. Not even next door, nor around the corner, no down 3 blocks close to Nine Tails. So I'm beginning to wonder about Vicky's ratings at this point right now. So other than that, those are the dramas that I am watching right now. So write down if you want to see a fantasy drama with the mystical foxes and things like that. That is my boyfriend. My roommate is a gum ho, a gummy ho. I don't know if I sit up here saying this shit right or not. Y'all help me out. So anyway, back to other crazy things that are going on in the world today. Like I said, they're trying to mandate this, the hokey pokey for everybody to go back to work. I don't believe it's going to work. The testing and things like that they're trying to do. Honestly, it's very dangerous to keep sticking shit up your nose. I think your parents told you that when you were a child. Don't stick things up your nose. You might hurt yourself. People sticking stuff up your nose every week is not a healthy thing either. I don't know. I think they need to come up with another test that is a little bit less evasive than that and putting things up near that membrane that could possibly break through and have problems. And you know that some people, as women, we know you go to gynecologists, some OB-GYNs that go in there and do what they need to do. And then there's some that feel like they're just, if I can't trust you down there, I definitely can't trust you up in my face. So at the end of the day, I don't know what they're trying to do, but I have heard and read that you have now the people who are vaccinated are a little bit more, are the ones that are carriers of this Delta. And I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? They're getting Delta as well. So it's crazy how this is happening. But I got a funny feeling this is going to blow up in a lot of people's faces because they got too many lies going on now. And even in China, people in China are not taking that shot. They're like, man, we still getting sick over here. They done had to quarantine off a whole neighborhood. And it's like, what? And all these people got vaccinated. And it's like, what? So people are like, they're not trusting their governments. Nobody's trusting their governments. Everybody's trying to mandate some shit that don't work. It ain't working, y'all. It's not working. It's not. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I know Chicago is going to end up being locked down, honey, because these people are wearing no masks. nowhere. My daughter went out to a birthday dinner, and she called me and she said, "Mom, I'm scared." I'm like, "What you talking? You scared? What's going on?" And she's like, "We are at this restaurant, and there's nobody in here with a mask but me." And they looking at me like I'm crazy. I said, "Keep your damn mask on. Hurry up and eat and bring your ass home." You understand? She said we were lucky we were like, seated away from other people and stuff like that. But she's like, there was no social distancing. It was like, this don't even exist. She's like, everywhere I'm going, I'm noticing that people are walking around like this shit ain't out here. And I was like, yeah, it feels like you're in some kind of strange, bad horror movie where like all them people right there and this is going on. Yeah, that's where we at right now, y'all. So it's gonna have to be you think for yourself at this point. And the guy that made it. Remember I told y'all about the guy that made the mRNA technology? He sat up there and told them, "I told you all not to do this." Now, see, I know exactly what happened with that situation with him. He came up with a technology that probably would have revolutionized the way we do vaccines. And because this hit what, some bright-eyed motherfucker that's sitting at the damn table at one of the board tables says, "So why don't we try this new technology and we may save the world and, we may be able to do something different and it might stop this situation." And the guy was basically saying it's not ready yet for human trials. All of the animals that we tried it on died after 3 years of, giving them this type of technology. It's not ready. This is not there yet. And it was like, well, the benefit outweighs the risk. No, it doesn't, because we haven't been able to study this particular virus long enough to understand and say that. Well, they took that narrative and threw it out there to us with a very much so experimental situation. And I know exactly what happened at the tables. It happens at many tables that I've sat at. And people say, "You know what? We ain't got nothing else. Fuck it, let it work." Basically, what's going to happen is that if we don't do anything, they're going to die anyway. So why not we put this out there and give them a little hope and see what happens if we just do a mass gene therapy research study on the human population all around the world. That's where we at right now. You got some shit that at a table somebody said, and if it works, we revolutionized vaccines. And if it doesn't, we tried. This is how people who only think about money think. Because and for the last few weeks, I've been seeing the stocks of Pfizer and Moderna and the different vaccine companies going higher and higher. This is a game that poor folks are not a part of. You understand? So at this point, I am, anytime the person that made the technology of the mRNA or whatever stuff says, I wouldn't take it because there's not enough data to support what the hell y'all talking about. He keeps getting out there trying to tell people. But I know what he did. He made something that could possibly, when it's time and there's no study been done, that probably could have revolutionized, the way we handle vaccines moving forward in the future. But the people with the money moved his ass out the way and said, "We got what we need from you. Shut the fuck up, go on somewhere. Here's this check and be quiet." And now they've got control of it, and the narrative is going really, really, really crazy now. So first they said it was 99.9% effective against COVID. Then they said it was 95% effective. Then they said you don't have to wear a mask if you got vaccinated. Now you got to wear a mask if you get vaccinated. It's crazy. This shit is nuts. Then they're saying it's 86% effective. Then they said after it's like, who are you playing with? All of us are not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm very much so worried about where this is going. And with all of these different places all around the United States, all around the country, it's the United States. Because everywhere else try to at least spray shit. Here, we ain't doing nothing, okay? Y'all shot motherfuckers up this shit, said, good luck. Now, you got all these people together, and they think they're protected. They really do. And they're making this fight between the vaccinated and unvaccinated so you can go at each other. No, you don't do that. As people don't fight against each other. That's a personal choice. Mandating it is where you're going to run into some motherfucking problems. Because, first of all, I can't sue you if something happens to me, if I become disabled, because people have become disabled. Okay, you can become disabled off of anything that you could possibly take, a medication, a shot, or whatever. But some people have no business taking this and they're dying. And they're not letting them know that at Walgreens. They're not letting them really know that at CVS like that. Okay? You ain't really take this shit if you got problems. And I'm just looking at this whole situation getting ready to spiral out of control. And I'm sorry, Mr. Biden don't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is not an answer. And once they do find out, I said Chicago's going to be your test case. They're going to do one or two things and lie and say, oh, the rate of COVID didn't go up or down, to keep pushing their agenda, or this shit is going to get so bad that they can't cover it up because people are going to be falling dead. So get yourselves prepared for the hell of August, because August is getting ready to be a hell of a month, ladies. It's going to be a hell of a month. And not only that, you're getting ready to get some real extreme weather, because we're also getting ready to go into the time where we start changing. You know what I'm saying? The season is getting ready to change pretty soon in a lot of places. So as I know that Brazil just got snow. Never heard of that shit. I thought Brazil was hot all year round. I never known them to get snow. You understand what I'm saying? What happened over in China with their floods and stuff like that. And they're going to lie and say only 25 people died in that shit. I watched that shit. These people were inside of those cars and on them subways. And you don't know whether or not if they died or not. All you know is that they pulled out buses and things that were trapped underneath there with all the windows blacked out, because those people were in there to have drowned and died. You understand? I don't understand what China is doing. I don't get it. And now you don't hear nothing about what happened in India. So people feel like everything that happened in India is okay. You don't hear nothing that's going on in Australia because they feel like everything is okay in Australia. Australia's still dealing with mice. Australia's still dealing with fires. That shit didn't go away. And everybody back in their house and everything is back to normal. Germany is not back to normal and will not be back to normal for quite some time behind what happened with those floods. People lost their lives, and not only did they lose their lives, the whole homes are gone. Everything, stores and things like that, gone. How are they? You know, our governments don't give us enough money for shit. So there's a lot of people's lives who are disturbed. There's going to be people who are going to end up having to take in relatives because they have nowhere to go. Do you honestly think this shit ain't going to work its way around the globe, right back over here to us? It's already started in Utah and inside of what is that? Arizona. And honey, I'm sitting inside of the Windy City. All we need is a really good storm that ain't stopping right now, and we're going to see some horrible, horrible things happen. And to be honest with you, when was the last time you ever heard a typhoon hitting Shanghai? The people there said this is highly unusual. These types of things don't happen. So, and look what happened there. Their dams broke. They're pumping all of that water out, and that water seeping out to little villages with people who don't have nothing, washing away their whole lives. People running from out of Shanghai city to try to see a grandma and grandpa that live up in the hills are okay. Baby, there's some people going through some shit out here. Some serious, serious stuff. And if you are not understanding what time we are in right now and not sitting up here drinking them up on Kool-Aid, honey, I had to go off on a couple of people on side of on Facebook because they steady going in on this on this situation with this. I'm like, whether you choose to or not is a personal decision, but understand all decisions have a price. If you choose to get vaccinated, fine. If you choose not to, that's fine too. But they all got a price. It says, how about the 8.2 earthquake in Austin? That's what I'm saying. The tremors from that were felt all the way in fucking Yellowstone, baby. And then Japan got hit with a earthquake as well. That didn't create. Now the one in Alaska didn't create a tsunami. Don't you find that odd? At 8.2 that don't create no damn tsunami wave. There's a lot of weirdness going on right now, and these storms are coming back with more and more strength and more aggressive, and you can't fight that. That's the Most High, y'all. You can't. What you gotta do? I mean, really, aren't you beginning to figure it out that your government ain't as techie savvy as they say? Because over in Germany, them people are digging out with shovels and pans, and pails. Ain't nobody coming in there with a spray washer that sprays down all this stuff and gives you back your shit. Ain't nobody, past the normal big things to put shit in the garbage. Where is all of the cool stuff that our government is supposed to have? We don't got none of that. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea how to handle the situation. And they ain't got the balls to tell the American people don't know what you're doing, because most people are going to panic and lose their mind and start doing stupid shit. And they already have started doing stupid shit. So there's a lot going on. And then they want to sit up here and not extend these people's, the rent. The rent moratorium. A lot of these states ain't gave out the money to the landlords yet. So the landlords are just waiting on pins and needles for Monday to come so they can start hitting people with evictions. Get your shit, get the fuck up out of here. I need somebody's going to pay me some rent because I'm about to lose this whole entire building and somebody don't give me some money. But the states have the money. The problem is that the states are hoarding the money. I live in one that's doing that shit. They hoarding that money. They ain't giving it to the landlords. They keeping it to keep their municipalities going on because nobody's at work. And now you're talking about making this shit mandatory. You're about to shoot yourself in the damn foot with mandatory sides. These people gonna be like, you know what? Y'all don't know enough about this shit that y'all sitting up here shooting at people. People still fucking die. I'm not gonna do that. I got kids to raise. That's gonna be needed me to raise them longer than them being 4 years old. No, I'm not trying to be disabled fucking around with y'all. No. So they're going to say, job, my health. Job, my health. If you don't got your health, you ain't got shit. So I think what's going to happen is that you're going to sit up here and make your workforce like lopsided. Because some people are going to say, fuck this. And fuck you. And do something different. Now you got all of these wonderful jobs making $34 an hour, but you got to take this shot. A lot of people are going to be like, and you know it's not going to be enough staff, so you're going to get worked like a dog for that $34 an hour. You're going to work not like how it used to be where the bitches that was at work getting that kind of money per hour, sat on their ass for practically 5 hours of the day and work 3. You're going to be humping from the time you walk in there to the time you leave, and you may have to do overtime. And they're not going to give a damn about how you feel, whether or not your health is okay. No, we need you here. Now, they were like that before all of this happened. You know they're going to be even worse. So at this point now, y'all, honestly, I don't know how this is going to end up, but August is going to be the telltale month because a lot of people are going to fall sick. And they're talking about this stuff is as contagious as how chickenpox is contagious. But I know if you've had chickenpox, and they shouldn't use that as an analogy. If you had chickenpox, you can't get chickenpox again. So why would you use that as an analogy? You can be around a person with chickenpox if you have had chickenpox before. Just stupid shit that they say out of their mouth. And it's getting to the point now where the mass media is really muddying the water so much with fear and people being scared to the point that I don't even watch shit no more. I'm like, I can't do this. I turn this shit on. I'm hearing all this bullshit. I'm like, I got to turn this off. Where's the Chinese dramas at? Please. Somebody take me to some place where the emperor is, because I can't do this shit. Okay? Reality is that they're going to start trying to kick people out of home. So get ready to start welcoming some relatives, or get ready to start telling some relatives, I'm really sad that you're in that situation, but hell to the no, you can't come here. I'm serious. Because you get ready to deal with some shit. But at the same time, now that unemployment is about to stop in a month too. So they are all of this now. Congress is supposed to vote on this before the 31st of the rent moratorium. They are going on vacation because they say it's July 31st, boo. Peace, we gone for a month. These old people take more vacations than a little bit. All right. So they did not vote on this before they left. So they just waiting. Let me tell you something. These people do not give you something for nothing. They gave all these people this money, all this help for you to get used to it. And then when they pull it away, the first thing you're going to do is run and do what you got to do to go get it back. That's some sinister shit. But if I was an evil ass person, see, you have to understand, I always think like a person who would try to do me in order to be able to maneuver when I'm dealing with different people. If you really on the honest and up with me, cool. But if I see something strange and a little bit shaky about you, I'm going to think of the worst thing that you could possibly do to me and make sure I protect myself from that situation. And your government don't give a fuck about you, your kids, your auntie, your mama, none of them motherfuckers. They gave all this money away. People get used to getting it. And then they're going to say, you can't get it unless you got the hokey pokey, whether it work or not. This is where you have to be smart. Did you put some money away? Do you got enough food to survive on? Do you got, what I'm saying? Do you know some people that's got business and say, we ain't dealing with that hokey pokey shit. Look, we do social distances here. You can work from home. This is how we get down over here. I ain't got time to play silly games with our government. You need a job? I got one here. There's one right here. Okay? That's where this is going to end up going, where people are not going to be dependent on the government because they're not trying to give you shit right now. They felt like we gave y'all 3 stimulus, we held y'all rent out for a year, we set up here and helped y'all with some rent. You know what I'm saying? How much you expect us to give you? But they can afford to give everybody more than enough money to be okay till this thing is over. But they're not going to do that because rich folks ain't making no money. That's why they want your ass back at work. See, rich folks got to have them. My pockets got to stay fat. What you talking about? You understand? So now we're in the point of they're going to try to snatch that shit back. In order for you to get any kind of government help, you're going to have to prove you don't have that hokey pokey, and that's it. Now, people want to say, oh, that's the mark of the beast. No, it's not. You done been had the mark of the beast, baby. That almighty dollar that you got in your pocket, that's been the mark of the beast for many, 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 many moons. Our money has been controlling this globe for a very long time. What they're doing is something different. They want to try this shit all over again, but it ain't working out that way. As you can see, it's fucking up and it ain't going according to plan. And if that man was correct about those animals dying within 3 fucking years, they're going to have a lot of explaining to do. Okay? So anyway, all right, Miss Bernie, I'll see y'all later. I am going on an hour right now. So if anybody has any questions or anything, let me know. If y'all watching some new stuff right now so I can be able to tune in this week to see, what's new right now. But I am going to check out, what is that? You Are My Glory. And I'm going to do a review on that one and everything. As long as it ain't too fucking stupid and hammy and shit. I am so sick of these bitches falling and there goes the love story. As soon as she looks in his eyes and he looks in her eyes and she almost failed. You know what I'm saying? Can we come up with something else? Because that doesn't happen in fucking real life. Motherfuckers are not walking around grabbing you and looking in your eyes and asking you okay? So at this point, I don't know what else everybody else is watching right now, but those are the ones we're going to talk about Song of Glory next week. And I'm still going to check out, continue. My roommate is a gummy hoe. And see how that goes. But right now it's kind of losing me. So I'm going to stick with it and see how it goes. All right. So until next time, y'all, I will see y'all next week. Same place, same time. And let me know how everybody is doing inside the comments. And if you live in another place, please let me know how things are going over there with you guys. Because I really do hope everybody stays okay. You stay prayed up and you constantly stay in conversation with the Most High. Because he's the only one that's going to help you out of this situation, baby. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye, y'all. See you next week.